Hi guys, it's Nancy here and I'm back with another process video for you. And this one is using lots of kind of like outtake pictures. You can see there's one with a big thumb in there. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of do a sort of a collated page. Because these are all like cool photos with like pictures of the whales in, or just the sea, or like a spray or something. Well, they're not the greatest photos. Like that one has got my finger in it. So what I wanted to do is kind of just do a kind of collage, and there's like different tones of blue and stuff in here, and I'm fine with that, and I'm fine the horizons aren't gonna like meet up. I just like to scrap as many photos as I possibly can. I did of course go for a stage of like doing the one photos, and I still do like doing that occasionally, but I actually really enjoy getting these pictures and getting these stories on, because I think yeah, you'd look at these pictures in pocket pages, but I think it's good to also tell another story as well. So all I do is I still start, you've got to start somewhere, so I chop like one photo down and then I just kind of work with it, and at the end of the day, if you look closely, it is not perfect, but I can live with that. I'm absolutely fine with it. So I end up taking 6 photos and cutting them down to fit on here, and as I said, I just use my pen, I'm just marking it out and then cutting it off and then going back and just doing it that way. And as I said, I really like the final effect. Of course you can do this in photo editing software before you print them, but because I had so many photos to print for this trip, I literally just printed everything at 4x6, so it's slightly smaller than 4x6. Because it has those borders on, just because I didn't want any of my photos cropped. So as you can see, we're just kind of getting to the final bit of laying those out, and again this is going to be quite a large photo cluster on the page, using quite a lot of that real estate up, and I'm using that lovely matte paper. I did really like that, and I wanted to use it for the background on one of my layouts, but I just found that my photos, the blue of the sea and the sky, was just too bright, and it just didn't kind of work too well. So I'm just going to end up using that as a little border piece, and I'm really happy how that came out. I'm going to be using this piece of paper for my background, which has that kind of pre-printed design on, which says whale of a tail, which is called perfect for these series of photos. And I'm going to again do minimal embellishment on here. Again, this layout took me about 20 minutes, 22 minutes, something like that. So again, not too much embellishment is needed because it's in a series. Again, if this was just a standalone page, of course I'd probably do more embellishment and spend more time and maybe not have as many photos on, but it's I'd sometimes scrap for the purpose of a story rather than scrap for using the products. The fact is, this My Mind's Eye piece of paper is absolutely perfect, and I really like it, but it's the story that's most important. I don't end up putting a journaling card or anything on here. I'm just going to use the paper down beside that whale bit, or I may write even around that. But I'm just going to have a little bit of embellishment cluster going over the top and the bottom of the photos, because there's not too much interest there. I tried to get the ones where you kind of had like the whales breaking the surface. I tried to get them to show. So I'm just going through my stickers here and trying to find ones that work, and I like that one that says just keep swimming. Of course you could use that one completely on a non sort of themey page, but I really like that one. And the other one says free as the ocean, which of course was brilliant because these were whales in the wild. I have huge issues with whales in captivity and things like that. I think probably anyone who's watched the Blackfish documentary probably also shares that view with like the SeaWorld thing. So it was so great to see them in the wild and just doing their thing. And also the fact that like the blue whale we saw, and these are all the blue whale is like the one up on the top there. you know, the fact that it was like a teenage whale, it was like 35 foot, it was like completely crazy. Of course, I know that whales are big, but when you actually see them in real life beside a boat and you can put it in context, you just can't, yeah, you can't get over the size of them. And also, the blue whale is blue. Call me stupid, but like actually seeing it in the flesh as well, I was like, it is actually blue. It's a blue whale. It's blue. So yeah, that may sound really thick, but of course I knew that the blue whale was blue, but to actually see it, it really is blue. Anyway, I'm just rambling. I'm making sense to me. So I'm just pulling a few stickers off here. I've added those 2 wood veneer anchors on as well. I did just overlap that little sticker at the top there and cut that off to the side because I think that just helps things. There was these kind of weird circly kind of ones on that adrift sticker sheet. That just brought a little bit of navy in, which kind of created a visual triangle with that whale of a tail pre-printed on. I know some people have you know, trouble using like papers with pre-printed designs on, but I think they are great for super quick layouts like this, where you know you want to put the pictures on and tell the story. I do really like simple stories for that as well, because they kind of have that pre-printed on it. Right, I'm going to be using some simple stories within this album as well. I've already done some my Project Life pages, which were for a blog post on Hey Little Magpie back in August, using those. So yeah, I think that's definitely going to be something I'm going to use. So I'm just sticking a couple more of the fiddly little stickers and pieces down. Let's put some ink on there as well, and then I'm just going to put my title on. And again, I'm using the fonts from this collection. As I said, you get the really nice tile font, and you also get the silver font, and that's a really nice size silver actually. And I normally like to use stickers on layouts, but this kind of worked quite well. So I'm just sticking this actually on the photo because, as I've said, there is kind of dead space in these photos, and I kind of like how like all the angles of the horizon are a little bit wonky, because of course I was on a boat and the boat was going very fast at some points, so that's why it's not always shaped and stabilised, but that's cool. So I'm just looking here to just see if I can create any more words. The only thing I would say about those tile stickers, there was like certain, like, I think I ran out of T's really quickly, and there was another letter I ran out really quickly, so that's always a problem when you get something in like a little kit like this. You don't get a chance to buy more than one. But I do have a load of the Bella Boulevard alphas that I need to pull out and use as well. And again, I picked those up in the shop when they were in the sale not long ago. So this is it. I'm just going to add the rest of the title on. So it's I Spy with my little eye, because it very much was a case of spot the whale. And so yeah, that is it. And I'm going to put a little bit of journaling down at the bottom. But yeah, that's it. So thank you very much guys for watching, and I'll speak to you all again very, very soon. Bye!